Brock here.
Nancy here.
Wow.
Oh, I'm back from the dead. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yesterday
man.
was quite intense.
It
Woo!
was intense.
Hi, Lori. Oh my gosh.
Good
I'm
morning,
so
everybody.
glad to be back to my original self. Seriously. Some of you may wonder what happened to us yesterday. Well,
More what happened to her.
yeah, exactly.
Don't put me in that.
No, I know. Well, you're kind of like,
I stayed with you.
you were concerned. You were like,
Well, I stayed
the
with
hell's
you.
wrong
I
with
stayed
you?
with you.
She's
I
back.
supported
Yes, I am.
you.
Oh my
Got you
god,
some-
it was so intense. Like, I woke up so weak and shaky. Even the heating pad wasn't like cutting it. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, I need to eat something like pronto before I like pass out, because I felt like I was passing out.
As she was sleeping.
Yeah. So I reached for some nuts and some blueberries, and then that wasn't agreeing with me, so I threw it up. So I kept throwing it up
3 times.
3 times. And then I'm like, I need to like, I was scared because I couldn't find something that was staying down. Obviously I didn't pick the best thing. But my body felt like it needed like selenium from Brazil nuts. So
I know what I need. Selenium. How do you know these things?
well,
I'm
you've been in the
hungry.
health
What could
industry
I-
for over
what could
10
I eat?
years.
Yeah,
You kind of
well,
know a thing or
anything, I
two.
guess.
So then I tried oatmeal, which, oh my gosh,
That
thankfully,
helps.
and electrolytes from coconut water.
Yeah.
So that really helped.
So
I've learned a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in life you either lose or you learn, right? And I think this opportunity
It's a learning
gave
opportunity.
you a big learning
Well,
opportunity.
and I don't feel like it's a losing
That's
thing.
why I said.
I know.
Learn.
But it's more like this was, the whole intention was for me to do it, so you don't have to go through it. Well, I'm going to go,
Well,
iron
it's-
out the kinks so you
Yeah.
guys, so it could be more like a smooth sail for you guys.
So juicing is not necessarily meant for everybody.
Well, it's bio-individuality. Yeah, it's...
So in my experience, what I've seen is the people that have the most success in juicing are people who tend to have more
To lose.
weight to lose.
Yeah, more to lose.
People who don't have all that much weight to lose, cleansing can be like the other. It can be non-beneficial.
Well,
to
let me give you guys a little
in
bit
the
of...
long term.
Yeah, let me give you a little bit of context. Okay, so the day prior, I had 4 clients, which 3 of them were male, which was intense treatments.
Overdid it physically.
And then I had a health coaching client, and then I walked to the store.
Yeah, she came
Why
home.
not, right?
Yeah.
And then
Marathon runner.
and then come back, make a meal for the family, clean the house, because why not? I mean, and then went to bed, and then so the next morning was, so I spent too many calories, I didn't have enough. So and the thing that so yesterday drove me to do a lot of research, because there's pros and cons to cleanse. I mean, the pros are, yes, you nourish yourself at a cellular level,
100%.
and you give your gut a little bit of a break if it needs it.
Yeah, like your digestive tract.
Yes, yeah. The cons, however, I mean, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
It's really, it's high in oxalate, which is something that can be harmful for the kidneys and the liver.
Specifically, if you have a kidney issue already,
Exactly.
you might develop premature kidney stones. So you got to be careful with that.
Yes.
We don't want you guys getting kidney stones.
Well, that's why I did it.
Short story, I knew a guy who had kidney stones. And
My mom had kidney stones.
he was about to go for the operation the next day. And the night before, he went for a pee that really hurt. They're like, it hurt a lot. And they went to do they put the camera in, and they stretch out and they go get the stones, and he had passed them already. So he had passed the stones and he had gone for the procedure anyways.
Oh, no.
Double whammy.
Ouch.
I laughed right in his face.
Oh, of
well, I
course
was
you would.
young back then. I didn't know.
Yeah, you were cotton head and ninny muggins.
Yeah.
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 So, so I learned that, and I've learned that if, cleanses can be good, but it can be bad, because in a way, when you're doing a cleanse, you're slowing down your metabolism. So oftentimes when people are done the cleanse and then they reintroduce foods, sometimes people they eat a bit too much, and then their metabolism is already slowed down, so they're gaining even more weight. So that's the con to that. So you have to be mindful to follow the program afterwards.
Yeah.
So my conclusion to all of this is 3-day cleanse is actually beneficial. And then after that, start implementing healthy foods, and then add a juice to your healthy meal. That would be the best way I would coach. my clients.
Yeah.
And
Well, don't tell them everything. They won't need you.
yeah, I know. No,
So, yeah.
because you need somebody to keep you accountable.
So definitely, I don't know. When I come back from my camping, I might try. I'll try.
3
I'll
day.
try it anyway. No, I'll try the whole thing. I'll try.
Wow,
Yeah, I'll try to
okay.
push it. See
Just
what
take-
I'm.
But you can take it easy. I mean, me, I still worked. I would have
Yeah.
had to like
I'm
been in a retreat or something and doing it that
Yeah,
way.
so ideally, the cleanse and everything like that, you wouldn't want to continue to work in a construction field or a massage therapist or anything that's kind of physical. Because you really are depleting yourself.
Yeah.
Here's what I would suggest. If you guys are really looking, so tell them about, you started off at 120.
Yeah,
now-
119. Now I'm on 116.
116. So she lost about 4 pounds there.
I don't have much to lose.
in a course of 3 days,
Right.
3-4 days.
Yeah.
A pound a day ish.
Yeah.
So if you were heavier, you might lose even more.
Yeah.
Because
Some
you're
lose
already not-
7.5.
You're already not that big, so you didn't have much to lose, and that's one of the key factors why you didn't have much success, because
Yeah.
you were really like taxing how much toxicity could somebody that already weighs 120
Didn't have much toxins.
Plus the clean eating before, right? So that's another thing you have to take into consideration. A cleanse can be a kickstarter for you to start a new lifestyle health-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go back eating
Yeah, because-
16, what do you call those, ice caps and donuts and
No, but
muffins afterwards.
No,
It's not going to
you
do
can't.
anything.
You physically can't.
So it's an opportunity to do a 3-day cleanse and then transition to something that's a bit more
Yeah.
beneficial for your lifestyle.
Yeah, because one of the pros is it
Cheers, by
really
the way.
cheers. It really does give you a fresh start in your taste buds. Ideally I was reading it yesterday about ideally 3-day cleanse is sufficient, is enough. And then as long as you continue a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then like if you start your day with a juice and then you end your day with a juice, that is perfect. And then you don't want to add any fruits to your juice because you're extracting, it's like a sugar bomb for your body.
Yeah, you don't want super concentrated sugar in any form.
Pear or a green apple
Doesn't matter.
is all that you can add to a green juice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, like, because you're juicing and you're taking away all the fiber and you're just taking the sugar, which is no different than taking a teaspoon of refined sugar and eating that.
No,
right?
it's
So it
really, it's a
spikes
sugar
the
bomb for your
and then
body.
so you don't want that.
No.
That's why fruits are good for you, because
As a whole.
as a whole, they have the fiber to slow down all that, right?
But again, like because if you have a lot of toxic issues and if you're overweight and then you're doing the cleanse, I would recommend 3 days. You're still removing a lot of those toxins in your fat cells, which will
100%.
decrease your obesity, like your weight, because it's going to melt away the fats,
It's like a purge. It's a cleanse.
It's a cleanse, yeah.
It cleanses your cells.
Yeah.
What more can I say?
And I guess I didn't have much to clean. I don't know.
Well, that can be argued. The main thing that you did that was a no-no was the working, getting home. Like, I'm going to clean the house. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. No, I
And
know.
that's her fault.
Well, the thing, like, it's crazy because sometimes you'll have a lot of energy. Well, you will.
Water fasting.
You know what I've read a lot about yesterday? Intermittent fasting is the best way to do it.
Here's how I operate most of my life. On average, we'll have supper around 6 o'clock, 7 at the latest, and then I don't eat until 7 or 8 o'clock the next day. I'm gonna show you what I drink in water. Just give me a second. Oh yeah, I'm standing up.
2.2 liters of water, by the way. That is your ideal, like your daily intake.
Okay,
of
so
water.
this is 1.18 liters of water.
So 2 of those, 2.2
I drink
liters.
2 and 3. Like I'm in a third one.
You drink more water than I do.
I drink a lot of water. I drink at least 2 of these a day. I have 1 full of these when I work out, and I make sure to finish it before I finish my workout so that I can have a smoothie or a juice. And then during the course of the day, I suck on 1 of these.
Yeah.
And then after supper, when I'm like dry, I'll add maybe half or whatever, and then I'll drink that.
Yeah. And the thing with juices is actually really, it's very effective to add to a quality whole food diet. Because if you add the parsley with the cilantro, which they help to detoxify the heavy metals in your body, they bind it together and then they flush it out.
Yeah.
So you add that in there, you add your kale. It's very concentrated. It's like a multivitamin. It's like you have, like in this one you have your celery, your cucumber, your kale, your parsley,
This one.
a pear, and lemon juice. So those are all detoxifying elements or ingredients
Yeah.
to help detoxify. It's just, that's how I would do it. That's my approach. I think I would do 3 days.
Yeah. I would do a 3-day. I'm gonna try it when I come back. I'm gonna try and go as far as I
He's
can.
gonna be my test buddy.
But I'm gonna at least do 3 days,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna drink lots of water. And those 3 days are gonna be about rest.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna do much. I'm not gonna work out.
No, that's the thing.
And
I thought, hey, I'm not gonna work. I'm gonna do yoga. that'll be fine.
Afterwards, I'm gonna continue what I'm doing is eating super healthy, right? I know a lot of us, we say, no, I eat healthy. But then when you look at your pantry and start reading the ingredients, you're not all that healthy.
Well, you do your best with what you know and where you're at.
We
What you
don't
got.
have, there's not much crap in this house.
Well, it's
Food-wise.
it's an evolution. We weren't
Food-wise,
always
yeah.
that way.
So we've
and we're not always that way. We
Yeah.
80%
Yeah.
eat like that, which is
So,
great because you need your 20%.
I would really envision myself after the cleanse to do juices in the morning and at night, at supper or something like that.
Yeah,
And eating regular, healthy
that's
meals
the best approach.
while exercising, right?
Yeah,
While drinking lots of water,
yeah.
and while also doing intermittent fasting, which means not eating, I don't know if you call that intermittent fasting, but after supper, you don't eat until the next day.
Yeah,
on average.
Ideally, intermittent fasting is about from 6 p.m. until 11 or 12 a.m. the next.
Okay, well, I do at least 12 hours. So from 6, and then I eat about 8. So that's 14 hours. It's pretty good.
I like that. I mean, breakfast is breaking your fast, and that's the way when you can start your breakfast with a smoothie, a green juice.
Yeah.
Then you're already setting your alkaline, your pH levels to a more alkaline state because as you go throughout the day, you tend to go more in the acidic state because of the stress, because of the food choices that you're eating, because of the toxins that you're exposed to.
Yeah.
So that's
the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. So when you want to finish your day with a green juice again, then you're slightly bringing your pH levels back to the alkaline level where you want it, because no disease can survive in an alkaline state.
Well, I should
A
say no
7.35.
disease, but very few diseases.
Yeah, I gotta be
And
careful with my word choices.
Yeah,
That's true.
and there's a specific pH level you want to reach. I think you don't want to surpass 7.3 alkaline.
Nice, I love it. Sarah, I watched a documentary on Netflix about intermittent fasting, and it's one of the best things to do.
That's the best cleanse you can give your body, in my opinion,
breakfast,
is to not put anything else in your system. Let your system figure it out. We know your body is designed that way. Call it God, call it evolution, I don't care. But your body is designed, it's perfectly designed. It's like eating, it knows what to do with the food, right? I gotta read that. No breakfast.
Yeah, I bet it has. And you know what? And then when you're going to introduce your...
I want to ask you, Sarah, when do you exercise, if you exercise? And if you're exercising in the morning, how are you finding your hunger after you
because
exercise?
ideally you're supposed to have a protein and a fat 20 minutes after your workouts. So how
Within
does that
20
work?
minutes. So I'm curious to see if you're exercising in the morning.
Yeah. She can... Oh, there you go. Perfect.
There you go.
I can't
I'm just
read the
wondering
whole-
how, because when I work out, after I'm done, I have to eat something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'll
As you
be
should.
faint all day.
Because you need the
But it
building
depends.
blocks.
It depends. Like if you work out at night or midday, well then you're covered, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's and then when you want to break your fast at 11 a.m. the next morning, do it with a green smoothie.
Can you back up a little bit here? I'm feeling like you're going to jump into the screen
No, I
here.
was just trying to read.
Oh, you should get glasses.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Trial and error, right? No, I mean, hey, I know, Jeanette, it's crazy. I had to go through it, so you guys...
I work out usually in the evening.
In the evening. Okay, well, that
But
works.
for morning workouts, I'm 100% okay if I work out. If it's not, see, I do intense workouts, so I rebooted starting Sunday night, fasted for 60 hours, and then on Wednesday at 12, drank oh my God, it's intense. It's intense, Lise. Good for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Moi, pourquoi ça marche pas ces petites
You gotta
affaires-là?
press on it.
I'm pressing on
Your
it.
thumb is not on it.
Ben, esti, je sais pas comment ça marche. I want to read all of the comment, but at the button.
There you go. You gotta double
just
click
double
on it.
click the
Yeah.
thing.
So I rebooted.
Okay.
I rebooted. Started Sunday night, fasted for 60 hours. Ended on Wednesday at 12. Drank my Nat's broth and took my vitamins. Lost 4 pounds. Oh, that's awesome. How did you feel? Did you feel shaky? Did you feel weak? Did you feel?
So how
Are
was
you
there?
following a?
Yeah,
Did you follow a program or
that's a long fast. You mean no eating, but you drank water.
just water and
And
probably lemon,
broth
hopefully?
or lemon, something. So you gotta
Cayenne
be careful.
pepper?
Yeah, I mean,
Cayenne pepper too, maybe.
I think
Stimulate digestion.
what I'm learning a lot with all of the experiments we've had and we've done is balance is key.
Yeah.
So I
Quality
personally,
is key.
quality food's number one.
Oh no! Did I lose it?
You want balance, right? So I would rather for myself personally fast every day a short period of time from like 6 to like 8 the next morning.
Yeah.
Than for me personally to do a 60 hour. I
whatever
wouldn't be
works.
able to do 60 hour, but if it works for you, it works for you, right?
Whatever works for that bio individuality. I mean, that it might have worked for her, you know.
46. Can you sit down?
No, I gotta read.
I'll read. I can see it from here.
Oh, okay, fine.
So she had a 48-hour water fast,
Wow.
Sarah, and then Lise had a 60-hour.
incredible.
So yeah,
incredible.
you got to be careful when you're reintroducing food, right? You don't want to just jump into a big burger because
Yeah.
don't forget your stomach
You
shrinks,
brought me to a good point.
right?
Yeah, because when you're doing a fast, so I did 72 hours. Well, ideally I did 4 days. I slowly added a little bit of food yesterday, so technically it was 4 days. But the thing is, I'm always gonna, when I coach my client on doing a cleanse, I'm always going to consider the bio individuality, because if you don't know if that person's thyroid and adrenal glands
That's right.
are already suffering, and if you're doing a long cleanse, it really can have a shock value on your body, and
It's taxing.
very taxing and a big stress on your adrenal glands, and you don't want to mess around with those because those are your hormone regulators, and you really don't want to mess around with those.
It's all bio individuality.
That's why I would
some
do-
people can do it, some people can't.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I would do a health history with you. I want to find out exactly what's going on, and that way we would work very closely together, and then reintroduce quality whole foods after your 3-day cleanse. That's my approach to the health coaching.
Oh, I figured it out.
You did.
Oh,
Good job.
Oh, yes.
All right.
So, any questions for us, or because we're gonna wrap it up there?
Yeah, and I think my computer
Yeah, it's
officially
dead.
died. There you go.
Let
Did
me
you
get
read
some-
that?
Let me get some music. You read it, and I'll get some music.
Okay.
Can you read it out loud so I can hear?
Oh, yeah. So Lee said, very good, slept well, was trying to avoid commercials, GERD, but feel very good. It's a program, drink ketones, Metoplex, and lots of water. Okay, perfect. And I can't quite read. If you start with intermittent fasting, it will really help, I think. My mother-in-law had the same issue and started cutting off all food after dinner, and she no longer struggles with the late night binging. Yeah, it's a bit of a discipline at the beginning, but after you do it for a while, it just becomes a second nature. It's just a habit. It becomes a habit, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, and like anything, right? We're creatures of habits, and it's just a matter of checking what works and what doesn't, what serves you, what doesn't.
Yeah.
And
Here
yeah,
we go.
what are you putting on? What is this?
AC/DC.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
We're gonna leave you beautiful
Yes.
people. Have yourselves a good weekend.
A good weekend. Find your balance. Find
Find your
quality.
balance.
Clean your thoughts. Clean your body.
Wash behind your ears.
Yes. Oh, somebody wants to say
60
hi.
weekend!
Oh
Oh my God. Attention. Bye bye. This is me leaving.
All right. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. As always, we love you. We're thinking about you. And we'll see you guys
Cold
Monday
showers,
morning at
food
7:45.
festivals. Come
Cheers.
on.